Hi, friends. On Sunday during the sermon, I told you about a trip that my wife Sharon and I took to Florida to meet up with her Japanese family. Now, they're not her biological family, but they were her host family when she was there as an exchange student, and they've remained close all these years. So we met up with her Japanese sister and her 2 children, and we packed those few days with lots of adventure. We went horseback riding, we went ziplining, and as I mentioned Sunday, we spent a day at Discovery Cove, which is part of SeaWorld. Swimming in the pool with the dolphins was a very cool experience. Now, these were trained dolphins, so it wasn't just free swim in the dolphin pool. But the trainers had the dolphins swim up to each person and give us a high fin. And we were able to hold on to the dolphin and it would pull us through the water. And of course, the dolphins posed for a photo op. There was lots to do in the park besides just swimming with the dolphins. I remember a lazy river that wound its way through rocky waterfalls and lush vegetation and sandy beaches. And there was a bay of calm, warm water that you could just sit and enjoy. There was also a coral reef habitat where you could swim and snorkel with all kinds of different fish and rays. Now, that was the first time that I had ever snorkeled, besides just playing around with a snorkel and goggles in a swimming pool. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't like it. I liked seeing under the water, and I thought that the fish were fun and beautiful to watch, but I had a really hard time breathing through the snorkel. All around me, there were people, including young children, who were swimming like fish, and they would go completely under the water, and they'd pop up and blow the water out of their snorkel and keep on going as if it were the most natural thing in the world. Well, whenever I put my head under the water, my heart would race. I knew that I could breathe through that snorkel, but there was something in my brain that didn't trust it completely. Sometimes my faith is like that too. I know I can trust God, but there's that little part of my brain that doesn't completely trust. Have you ever had that experience? Usually we call it worry. In the Gospel of Mark, chapter 9, there's the interaction between Jesus and a desperate father. The father's only son is demon-possessed, and the son cannot speak, and he has these violent, epileptic-like seizures. And the demon throws him into the fire and into the water. And so the father is desperate to save his son's life, to keep his son alive. And so he says to Jesus, "If you are able to do anything, have pity on us and help us." He clearly trusted that Jesus could help. But did you hear that little bit of doubt in his request? If you are able. He didn't say, since you are able, or because you are able. He said, if you are able. And Jesus said to him, if you are able, all things can be done for the one who believes. Immediately, the father of the child cried out, I believe, help my unbelief. Now there's an honest prayer right there. I believe, help my unbelief. I believe a little. I'm beginning to believe. Help me to believe more. Jesus does not say, well, until you trust me completely, I won't help you. No, he responds to the Father's need, which was for the divine to speak into his circumstance, for heaven to break into his world. And so Jesus drives the demon out of his son and heals him. What I want you to know is that even if there's some doubt in your faith, even if there's some worry in your trust, Jesus still loves you. He still wants what's best for you. He still hears and responds to your prayers. The truth is, the power is not in the prayer. The power is in the one who hears it. Thanks for listening. I'll see you again next week.